See, maybe you got admitted and they'll be like, how did you do it? Is your school offering computer program?
Hello guys, welcome to Japa Decoded, and today we have a very special guest in the house who embarked on a journey to the United States of America, and she's going to be sharing her experiences with us today. And if this sounds like something you are interested in, do well to watch this to the very end because you're going to learn a lot from her personal journey, trust me. Okay, so we have Cynthia in the house today. Cynthia, can you please introduce yourself to us?
My name is Cynthia. I'm doing my master's in biology at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, here in the US. I started last year.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about like your academic background from Nigeria?
Okay. So I went to the Federal University of Technology, Minna, one of the best schools in Nigeria, honestly, by far. So I read plant biology. I specialized in plant biology, plant genetics, something like that. So that was for 5 years, and I graduated in 2018. So that was one of the things that made me want to do masters, because I wanted to actually have an advanced degree in plant biology.
Okay, that's wonderful. If I understand correctly, you got like a scholarship to the US, is that correct?
Yes, I got a fully funded offer to study my master's in the US. It covers my tuition and also pays me stipends, but I work as a teaching assistant.
That's wonderful. Wow,
yes.
This is like a golden opportunity that lots of people like are looking for, but they don't know how to go about it. Can you tell us like how the whole scholarship thing came about and what motivated you to pursue it? Okay,
so when I finished school in 2018 and I started 2019, 2020, honestly, I thought about going back to my alma mater to get a master's.
Okay.
But within that 2020, I just decided that I need to push harder than that, because I when I graduated with a very good results. I think I was the best female student in my plant biology set. Wow. So I was like, I can achieve more. And so I started making my research from 2021 for getting funding, because my brother knows a lot about US. So he was like, just try US. But I was skeptical about US. So I first tried with Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in 2021, I tried with Sweden first. I got admitted into Sweden, plant biotechnology, but I didn't get the scholarship.
Okay.
To study in Sweden. I didn't get the SISGP scholarship.
Okay.
I started Korea. I wanted to apply to Korea because honestly, the thing was that I felt like STEM courses get funded a lot.
Okay.
So I became active on Twitter and I started following amazing people. I followed my mentor, who has been really amazing. And so I was like, why don't I start with US? And then in 2022, January, on Twitter, I just saw an advert for the school I am in now. And I just wrote a cold email to my present supervisor. And she was like, okay, apply. But then I could not apply because they needed WES evaluation, which is like WES evaluation converts your transcript into a US kind of transcript, or a Canada transcript. And then they needed the GRE exam, which I didn't have. I was like, okay, let me just register for those things and start processing it. But then I was like, okay, let me not limit myself to one school.
Yeah.
So I started researching schools. And that's what most people don't understand. When you want something, you have to put in the work, honestly. Because I think most people when they just see that some people get it easy. That's the truth. Some people apply to one school and they get it, and they get for the funding, they get everything good. Yeah. But not everybody gets it that easy. And I think that's what most people don't understand. You need to put in the work to get your results. I researched schools from 2022 January to like April. I researched almost 150 schools in the US.
Easy.
Yes, and I literally was not looking for schools that required me to write the English proficiency because Nigeria speaks English. That was like one of the major things. I was not looking to write English proficiency exams.
Yeah.
I already had the mindset to write the GRE, so I was okay with that.
Okay.
And so I started researching schools, and mostly I was looking for schools that will give me funding for my course. And it's easy. When you write an email to them, they respond fast. So I was writing emails to like graduates, the programs, and telling them, okay, I'm a student from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like, and this is the course I want to go for. I'll write to the program, like, this is the course I want to go for. Do you guys fund it? What are the requirements? Do I need to get a supervisor first? Because most biology-based courses, biology, ecology, you need to have a supervisor.
Okay.
Before you apply.
Oh, all right.
Yes. So that's why you have to write code email. This is something that they answer you. They give you all requirements. Like they even give you links to check their faculty page to know who is doing the research that you are doing. Just because you study maybe biology doesn't mean you fit in all research in biology. Look for a course that resonates with what you're passionate about. And then I did that. I wrote a lot. I wrote close to 100 code emails. Some will tell you, okay, we don't have space to fund. Some said, okay, I have funding, but not for international students. So I'm like, oh, I don't have space. Some don't even answer. So, yeah. And at the end of the day, I applied to 7 schools.
Okay.
Yeah, I got into 2.
Okay.
I got waitlisted in 1. And I got rejected in 4.
That's quite an interesting pursuit, and you were very determined. That's one thing that stood out to me. Is wonderful. What was like your reaction when you found out that you've gotten the scholarship? Like, how did you feel?
So, I knew, because as of when I applied to my school now, I knew that once I get the admission, I will get funded. I sent a mail because I applied in December of 2022. And by February, I had not gotten a response. And then I was getting rejection back to back. So I was really sad. I was depressed. I was like, in fact, I had already started looking for schools to apply for 2024. Like, because I kept getting rejection. So I was like, and the rejections came first. So I was already preparing to apply for this year because I felt like since I've started journey, there's no need to back down.
Yeah.
So I now sent a mail like, oh, I've not gotten a response yet from the school, like what's happening? And I got a reply that, oh, I've already been offered the admission. I'm going to get my letter soon. I was like, I screamed. Like, I was so happy. And it's proved that, like, once you put in the work, you get results. That's just it. Yeah. So it was actually a very happy day.
Can imagine. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
So having lived like all your life, schooled all your life in Nigeria, moving to like the USA is a different continent, different country, different cultures. Can you share with us some of the challenges you faced during the transition period from like Nigeria to the US?
I am an extrovert.
Okay. So
the transition was easier, honestly. Because before I came, I actually made connections and that's one thing. Learn to use your social media. Like, I made connection with someone on LinkedIn who helped me get my apartment. So when I came, before my apartment was ready, I still the person helped me like get my SIM card. I went to school and I met my supervisor and she took me around the whole school, took me to where I got my ID card. Like, the transition was just, honestly, it was really easy for me. Like, it wasn't as difficult as I expected it to be. It's just sometimes you miss family and that's it.
That's good. So studying in the United States right now, how is the academic experience different from what you had way back in Nigeria during your undergraduate?
It's different. This semester is actually different because we're doing like biostatistics, and the biostatistics we're doing now is actually different from what I learned in undergrad, honestly. Like, we're running R code while, and I haven't done that before. So it's actually quite difficult, honestly.
Wow.
But we push. That's the thing. You can't give up. So, but the academics is actually quite different. We do a lot of like hands-on practice, and I'm actually working on my thesis, so I do a lot of lab work. There's a lot of like deadlines. You have a lot of deadlines, and sometimes you break down. Like I told my just a time to my supervisor, it's not really easy because their teaching ways is actually different from Nigeria. They're somehow faster, but it's just, and once they teach a topic, they don't really go back. So they expect you to have like understand what they said previously. So they're fast paced. So
then is there like a kind of language barrier? Are you able to understand them? Like when they're talking, do they speak a lot different from like the English you speak? Like is language sort of like a barrier when they're teaching, for example?
And that's the funny thing. I understand them more than they understand me.
Really?
Yes. So that one of my friends that's Nigerian, he was like, how do I understand what they say? I'm like, I don't know. No matter how fast they speak in class, I know what they're saying.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Honestly, I think maybe because all my professors so far have been whites.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't had any maybe Asian or any other professor to like check if I could understand what they say. But so far, everybody that has taught me has been like white, so I understand their accent. But most times when I talk to them, they'll be like, okay, I'm too fast, I should slow down. And I'm like,
Okay, that's amazing. So right now, I understand that being a different continent, a different country, their cultures are also different. Have you had like culture shocks? Maybe their food, maybe so I don't know, their behavior, some things that they would do, and you'd be like, like if they did that in Nigeria, in your home country, you'd be like, what's that? They'll not understand. So have you had
they do a lot of PDA.
What's that?
They kissing, even in church. When I went to church the first time, church lasted for 45 minutes. And I'm like, Catholic church mass lasted for 45 minutes. Back home, it's like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a part of the mass where they'll be like, okay, can we share the sign of peace? And you're supposed to like shake everybody. And they'll be like, peace. And they'll look at you, peace, look at you. And husband and wife will kiss each other. And I'm like, this is different though. Even in school, like it's actually quite different, because back home in Nigeria, like sometimes you even wear one kind of clothes in school and they'll be like, this clothes is not allowed, this is not this one. But here,
of like food culture, like food differences, have you been able to adapt to eating their food or this?
I think for food, honestly, I brought a lot of food. See, I used 3 boxes to travel because I used Qatar Airline, and Qatar has what they call like a student package, where instead of 2 boxes, you bring 3 boxes.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I used like 2 boxes to bring food, and my mom just sent food stuff for me like 3 weeks ago. So I cook a lot. Like I eat Nigerian food like always. I'm not selective. I think most people that have culture shock for food are those that are really, really, really selective for food.
Okay.
I can adapt. Like I'm not selective for food. Like I've eaten everything and anything in this place. But most times I eat African food, and there's African store here. I normally shop at the Asian market, which is not far from my house. Like my apartment is just close to everywhere. It's close to Walmart, it's close to the Asian market, it's close to my school, it's close to my church. So I'm just like in the middle of a very good place. Like I get a lot of African things if I want.
So the next question now is, how has this scholarship impacted your growth, your career growth as a person?
It's the best thing, honestly, because if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have come. It cuts the costs of everything. Like I'm not paying for my fees. It pays for everything I do. So Honestly, getting the scholarship was the best thing that happened to me in 2023.
Oh, wow.
So most times I just tell people, if you put in the work, honestly, you get it. I know everybody can get a scholarship because my friend here is in School of Business and he's fully funded. So
From
yeah.
Nigeria?
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to ask another question. Do you think academic excellence can contribute to someone getting the scholarship or just being a graduate?
I think being a graduate and the experience you have had before.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've heard of people that got like 2 a third class.
Really?
Yeah, that's still, yeah. There are people that have 2 that haven't got like directly from BSc to PhD.
Really?
Yes. So most of those kind of people, it just depends on maybe their past experience.
Yeah.
Their application, because you need to put in like strong application. You have to have good recommendation letters and all those things. So
okay. So before we go to like the final word, can you just give us like say 4 or 5 things, essential things that someone looking to apply for a scholarship to the United States of America need to have?
Okay, for their own application or what they just need to look
the
for?
General application.
I would advise people to learn how to use the internet, honestly, because I think a lot of people, the information is out there, honestly. Like, people should learn how to surf the internet and how to read.
Okay.
Because it's different when you go to a school, like a school page, and you don't read, because there are some schools there that put, once you're admitted, you get funding.
Okay.
Sometimes it's on their like program page. Okay. So some people should really learn how to read, because some people will just see maybe you got admitted and they'll be like, how did you do it? Is your school offering computer program? Is your school offering business admin? Is your school? And I'm like, you've already seen the school. Why not go through the school page and see the courses they offer? Do you understand? Because if you're asking me if my school is offering masters in computer science and you cannot read, that means you are not ready to be a graduate student. You are supposed to know how to surf the internet and get this information. Then information that you can't see, that's when you now send a mail and be like, okay, I didn't see this on your page. Can you tell me more about it?
Okay.
Then, secondly, it is a lot of work. If you want to get results, you need to put in work. You can't just sit down and expect it to fall from the sky. It doesn't happen like that. You need to be intentional about it. Be intentional about the research you want to do. Be intentional about looking for schools. Put in the work. Yeah. Look out for requirements that you can meet. Schools that have requirements that are not too expensive for you.
Okay.
Because if you keep looking if you just see a school that's offering your course, I'm like, let me apply to this school. And then at the end of the day, you see that maybe they need IELTS, they need WES, they need GRE, they need this, and you don't have money to do all those things.
Yeah.
It now becomes redundant.
Yeah.
So look for schools that have requirements for what you can afford.
Okay.
And then make a strong application. Sell yourself, because you have different people competing. You have people with a first class, people with a second class upper, people with second class lower, people with like 5 years experience, people with 10 years experience, people that have done research before that. So you just need to put in your mind that you are the best. Like, if they don't get you, they haven't gotten the right person. So just sell yourself, put your best foot forward. And I always tell people, I'm a Christian, like, trust in God. I said the best thing that happened to me was, even when I was getting rejected, I was still prophesying positive with my tongue. But I don't use the word if. I'm like, when I get this thing, because now I'm putting if, I'm doubting God. But I'm like, okay, God, when you give me this thing, I'm going to get this thing.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. So last, school is not scam, like they say.
See, school is not scam. I came here with one of my friend. Okay. He got straight PhD. In fact, I came with 2 of my friends. I came with my best friend. She got masters in geology. She's in Chicago. My friend from school also got direct PhD for plant genetics. My friend applied to just 3 schools. The first school mail he got was his offer. Like, he didn't even get any rejection. He didn't even look at any other school. Once offer just came, he just got. So that's why I say some people get luck. I have someone that applied to 15 schools and didn't get anyone. So it's just luck, honestly, and just putting the effort.
Sincerely, I'm so excited that you're able to share all of this with us, and yeah, I'm sincerely excited now. So what would be your words to like young people in Nigeria and other African countries that are still in school, or some that just graduated and are looking for this kind of opportunities, or having the dream and aspiration to study abroad and they don't know where to start from or what to do?
I think what I'll say is those in school now, like, you guys are the luckiest, because trust me, if many of us knew many of these things back in school, would have not really suffered as much as we did. So those in school, don't say school is scam or something. Keep pushing, keep reading. Especially those like maybe entering final year now. You can actually start pushing to professors, like look for professors that are doing research in your area now.
Okay.
And then just start researching on their research and looking at research they do, if it aligns with what you want to do in the future. Start looking at requirements you can meet right now, because it's not too late. Those that just left, start the work, like start researching, also looking for professors, because I think they just finished admission cycle, just ended for fall 2024. Most application for fall starts like in August to like December.
Okay.
So those that want to apply for like fall 2025 have to put in application from August to like September. So from now to like August, you have enough time to do research and know the schools you want to apply to. Just be honest, honestly. See, all this that like, I can run this one. It's not possible here also. Just be honest in your application. What you say you can do, know how to do it. Because if you say you can do something and you don't know how to do it, so you need to know how to do everything you said you know how to do, honestly. So just be honest in your application, honestly. The sky is your limits. But look for place. I would advise those that have STEM, because I'm a STEM person. I'm always an advocate for STEM people, especially women in STEM and everything. Please, you guys should look for schools that will fund you. Because it's a saying, one person told me, said, you can't be studying STEM and you're paying your school fees. It's not possible now. So look for schools. And I would advise people in chemistry. Chemistry is actually one of the most funded courses. Yeah. So STEM people should always look for schools that will fund them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, Cynthia. Thank you. We're so excited. Thank you very much for all of this information, for sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you.
So good to have you on our channel.
Thank you.
So thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. You've heard everything she said. Always read, look for information. Don't give up. And yeah, and if you're in STEM, you've heard it, go and apply those that can fund you. Put in the work. Know what you said you can do.
Be honest in your application.
Okay. Long and short of the story is, be honest in your application. Be very sincere and truthful, because nobody's coming to save you, even when you get it. All right. So that's why we call it a day for today on this particular interview. Thank you so much, Cynthia. And until I come your way again, I remain Comfort Gideon. Do well to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Like this video and share with as many people that are looking for this information. Bye bye.